I'm getting farther and farther down here, Kenny. Are you pushing me down this way? I'm getting farther and farther.
Scott, how did you? I mean, it wasn't an easy game, but for the most part, how did you like the way that your team reacted? And did you see some of the things you told us about that you were looking for tonight in
I
this
thought
game?
it was a real good effort. Penalty the first shift of the game kind of doesn't, not the way you really want to start it, but penalty kill was, I know they gave up the one, but it was real good. But I liked a lot of what we did. I really liked our second. We got stronger, and just we knew that us playing last night, we knew that Calgary was going to really come at us early, and thought we weathered that. And then we got down one, but we still played a real solid game, and kind of got our game going, and built off a few of the things that happened. The 4-on-4 goal, and the power play goal. JT's face-off goal. There's a lot of good things that started to kind of build and kind of spread us out from them.
That tying goal, though, that made it 1-1, kind of set off the Josh Morrissey show. What did you think of that?
Yeah, he was real good again tonight. He's played an awful lot of minutes in back-to-back games, but he loves that. And his patience, he froze Wolf, and then he kind of froze the defenseman, and just a great pass to Casey.
You asked for more from Velarde, and he had a great game tonight. What do you think makes him so comfortable at that net side position?
He's got such great hands in tight, close to his feet, close to his body, where other guys maybe can't pull it that close and do the same things. He's really good at that, and as you saw in his goal, it just seemed like it was a little 2-foot space, and he pulled it to his backhand and threw it through there. But he's just a big man that has a great stick control, and makes those plays, and huge weight off his shoulders. It really, as you could see, now he's got a big smile ear to ear. So glad for him. Glad to see him get that, and now we can get off and running.
He turns that into that assist to Iafallo too. So is that a sign of confidence building for him?
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of good looks. So both units have had lots of looks. Those were two good plays that we just saw them the other day. Kind of some areas that maybe we took advantage of that we didn't take advantage of in Calgary. But that's him. He has the ability to find those open guys. Al hung close, knowing that we tried it earlier, didn't connect. Or we had a good look at it, didn't go in. But then obviously stuck with it. But that's Gabe. He can make those small plays in a very tight area.
As the coaching staff, you guys talk about options a lot on the power play, on the penalty kill, taking those away. What about face-off plays like the goal that you get, and Jonathan Toews, where you're getting like 60% of wins from him? Yeah. Does he open up a bit more for you guys to play with?
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot, and it's kind of grown confidence in our other guys. Bear's been doing great. Scheif's been doing great. Like even Vladdy, they've all their face-offs improved, and it's whether he's talking to those guys, but it just we feel a lot more comfortable now. I mean, you set up plays all the time. You have a D-zone draw. You usually have something that you're trying to do offensively, and if you don't win draws, you never get to really see them. So there's always something called. That's usually why they're all huddled up calling a play. But that D down the wall that was designed exactly how it looked. And when JT, a guy, when he goes out, and what he ended up being is like 15-2 or something. You're starting with the puck. That's the big thing for me, is that you're starting with the puck. We've been running around 60%, 62%. When you do that, you're not chasing the game, and that's something that we really haven't had a whole lot of here in the last couple of years. So that's great for our group.
Bit of a different look with the bottom two pairings this evening. What did you think of Colin Miller in particular in his game tonight?
Yeah, it's tough. I had to get him in. Like I said, I didn't want to. It was not a shot against Luke. It's these 3 and 4 nights tight. Having to, I didn't again. It turns into a specialty teams game. But at the end of the day, he gave us minutes. He stepped in. I wanted him. Last time he went in, he had to play the left side down in Philadelphia. It was kind of unfair to him. That was based on an injury. But at the end of the day, that's, we need depth, and we need guys I need them to get him in the lineup and get him playing, and he did what he needed to do.
Scott, how would you describe the importance of that block by Neil Pionk?
Oh, yeah. Well, those are the things that, I've often said that if you think that you just wait till the playoffs to do those things, then you're maybe not in the right habits. But it sure brought our bench. I got everybody on their feet when they saw that block, and it was he was one of the guys that got a jacket after the game, and those are things those are game savers, our moment savers, our goal savers. that's P. P does that stuff. So that was a big block.
Scott, you referenced bouncing back against Dallas in the home opener and now again tonight. Yeah, I know it's early, but how important is it to set that foundation for responding to losses the way that you have been able to?
Yeah, and then I got to give an awful lot of credit to our group and our leadership. We've talked a lot about, you can't live in the past. We got to move on to the next one, and whether that's a win or a loss. And we've done a good job over the last stretch of a year and a half, 2 years of making sure that we respond the right way. And that's your leaders doing that, and that's your best players doing that. And and when you have that, that's a real good confidence builder, knowing that no matter who the opponent is, and it really isn't whether Calgary had won 10 or lost 10. You have to go out and play our way, the right way, and we do that a lot. Thank you.